Hi everybody, this is Kathy, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. I hope 2023 is treating you well so far. I want to just take a moment to thank my subscribers so much for your comments, your likes, your feedback. I really appreciate you. And I'd love to have those of you who haven't joined my channel to sign on up. I do, probably a video. Probably a video every other week, sometimes once a week. Okie doke. Well, today I'm here to create a small, kind of raggedy, grungy journal. And I'm using papers from Victoria Designs. This is the Old School Detective Collection. And I'm also using some papers from Haberdashery, from Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. Okie doke. First thing I've done, and I'm going to show you how to do, is create these file folders. And you'll notice the tabs on the file folders, I've made them staggered. So let me show you how I did my file folder. First of all, the paper measures 10.5 by 7, so 7 inches tall, 10.5 wide. You're going to need a scoreboard. And the first thing I'm going to do is score it at 5.5 inches. Next thing, you can leave it right where it is and score it lightly at 1/2 inch. So on the first score line in the center, almost in the center, you're going to fold that, and you'll notice at that next score line, your papers don't meet. That's purposeful. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open it up, and you can either measure, and let me give you a measurement to measure from. You can either measure from the top down to about, this is a horrible ruler. It doesn't have the marks. That's funny. Measure down about 3/4 inch, or you can do, I'm going to do 1 inch on this one. Okay, put a little mark, and all I'm going to do is cut straight down to that score line at that mark, and then I'm going to take my scissors and cut off the strip at the score line. So I end up with something that looks like this. That's my tab. Next thing I'm going to do is round the corners. And it's hard to get a rounder in here, but if you have one, that'll do it. I only have, the big one. And I actually ended up having to cut off a little bit, but it's okay. And that's my first tab. Now, what I did to make my next tabs is I simply put the piece of paper behind it, and then I marked where the next tab should be if I wanted them down the side. Okay? So I would mark here, let's say to here, and then I'd cut off here and here. Okay? So you want to make about 5 of those. I'm going to put this aside. The next thing you want to do is you want to take 5 additional papers, and these measure 10 by 7. So 10 inches by 7 tall. And you'll notice that the printed side is in the center. If you have double-sided, that's fine, but you don't need it for this. Okay? Then what I do is I'm going to take the file folder and put it inside. And what you did with this outside cover is you cut it small enough so that your tab shows through. I'm going to do that to the next one. And I'm just putting them in separate folders, almost as if these are signatures, which they are. They will be. And another one. And I can still see my tags, my tabs. And the last one. Just like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build my signatures. And I already have the papers ready. So I'm going to separate them so we can choose. I have some smaller folded regular journal paper. I purchased the ivory, either the ivory, sometimes I get the gold parchment. So I have some smaller pieces. I have some larger pieces. I have some tea stain composition book papers. I have some register paper. And you'll notice some of them weren't big enough to make them like 10 inches and fold them. So I just fold them, you know, enough so they don't show through the sides of the folders. I have some book print, some music print. I have some stamp books. Those of you who are old like me, it was so much fun as I was a kid to take my mom's, you know, would give me a full book of stamps or two or more and have me go pick something out at the stamp store where you could exchange stamps, stamp books for merchandise. And it was so much fun. So, and I have that. So let's get started. Usually in the first page, I like something interesting. I'm going to put music. And I'm putting the same thing in all of them. This will be my front. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to take this and put it inside my file folder, just like that. Okay, set that aside. And we'll continue to do the same thing. This time I'll mix it up a little. I think I had enough of this to put in a couple. Okay, this goes in the center. And I know that I have enough to put in one more. So I will do that, and I'll put them together. same thing. I'll start with this, then this. And we'll start with this. And last but not least, let's put something else there. And here. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the signatures. I'm going to use a simple pamphlet stitch. And I have a little tag thingy, a template. And let me clip it in. And I think I have this one a little low, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher. The reason I put it higher is I realized I had so many shorter pieces that I at least wanted to touch most of them with a hole. Okay, so I'm going to poke my holes. I'm going to remove the template, keeping it clipped. I'm using waxed thread. I buy the waxed thread on Amazon. It's quite inexpensive, and they sell a variety of colors, so you can get a variety pack, which comes in handy. Going down through the center. I'm going to grab that piece, the tail, in my finger. Now I only put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, counting the cover, 7 pieces, 7 or 8 pieces in my signature. And normally I would put probably 9, but I didn't want this to be too thick, so hence the smaller numbers. I still want to make sure that tail is out, and now I'm going back up through the center. Sometimes it gets tricky. Sometimes find out where my needle is. There it is. And I want to make sure my thread is on the other side, the opposite side as the previous tail, the opposite side of the center line. I want to make sure that we're tight. Then I'm going to remove it, tie it in a knot. Okie doke. And I'm going to repeat this process for the other 4 signatures, and I will be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. And I have 5 signatures here. And ready for the next step. And that next step is I'm going to glue the backs to the front of each of these so it becomes one signature. And I'm actually going to use double-sided tape. I don't know that I really need to use double-sided tape because these are so light, but I just don't think it'll hurt. So I'm going to at least put some double-sided tape. And I'm going to also put glue. Whoop. I want to get the edge pretty close. I'm like the worst with this tape. And you see I'm not doing a very neat job. Maybe on the next one I will. This is going to go on this one. I'll try to be a little neater. Well, so much for my idea of being neater. Okay. That's going to go. Oh. This is going to this one. This one's going to this one. I better tape them as I go. And I am going to put some glue. Not too much. And I'm going to do this standing up because I want to make sure that the tabs are in the proper position. The thing about the double-sided tape is it's not forgiving at all. So I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to use glue. I'll use it here because I already put it. Okay. Whoa, that will not do. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Not so concerned about this bump, other than it showed me that how unforgiving the tape is. I don't mind having the wrinkle because this is a shabbier journal, a grungy journal. I would have a problem if it wasn't. Okay, and I have one more, which gluing is my friend. Okay. And I'm going to clip this and let it dry. Put it under a heavy, heavy book. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, these are going to be the covers on the outside of the signatures that I just put together. And what I want to do is kind of grunge these up with some stamping first. And I have my stamp stuff here. Let me kind of clean my space a bit so I can see what I have. And then I want to get some stamps out. And I want some kind of big postage stamps. This is a good one. I like this one. Okay, let me take out one more postage. That's good. That's good, and something round. I always like the contrast in shapes. Okay. So, the first thing I want to do is grab this and I'm going to brown up the edges. And this is craft board I got from Cricut a while ago. It was on sale. Actually, the back doesn't matter. The back's going to be glued down. Oh, actually, the back does matter. I'm going to do this. Okay. Next, I have some of these stamps. And first I'm going to put this down. This is kind of a background. Huh. I don't think that's going to show up at all. Nope. Nope. I'm going to get, I think it's the stamp pad, isn't so? Good. Sorry for hitting the hoochie bopper. Okay. Let's try this. It's not showing up enough to make me want to keep doing it, but I think I probably have some stencils that I can use. Okay. That's better. Okay. I'll leave that. Now try the stamp. That's good. That worked. Okay. I want to try this guy. Whoop, I always try to put it on backwards. Didn't show up at all. Let's try again over here. No, Oh, can barely see them. So I don't think the stamping, because of the background and the inks that I put on, are going to work. So we'll have to use them somewhere else. The stenciling did work. So let me see if I have a stamp stencil. Like I'm not a stamp, a kind of a postal. I don't think I do. You know what you can do is you can make stencils on your Cricut if you have a Cricut. It's kind of cool. You just buy acetate you can get from Amazon, and cut it out. I've cut words out before. It was like this stencil rather. I'm going to use it. Yeah, I kind of like the way that's came out. And I do want to wipe these off quickly. Okay. Okie dokie. So let's set the stamps aside. And now, this is dry. Okay. Now the next thing is we're going to attach this to the front. But before I do that, I need to grunge it up. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use this packing material. And I'm just going to glue this around the edges. Because I just want it to peek out of the sides and the bottom and the top. Just like that. And I'm also going to add some lace. I think we'll have some off the bottom. And we'll put a little more of this up here. And not going to worry about the binding yet. Then I have some cheesecloth. I buy this in the sewing section at Hobby Lobby or pretty much anywhere you can find it. It lasts forever. I forgot you have to use your scissors on this. And remember, this is folded, so you have double what you think you do. That's tripled. It's not even just folded. And I'm just going to this one I am going to put across the center because it's a little easier. And I want to check because this is going to go over it. So I just want to make sure that we're seeing it underneath ever so slightly. And I'm wondering, yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to cut this. can actually even tear it. Ooh, cool. Yes. Okay. Need a little more cheesecloth. Okay. Good. I'm just going to slather this with glue. So you could do this with a cereal box, anything hard, or a piece of craft board. I just happen to have this. I want to make sure that it'll open up. Okay. And I'm going to put the back on. And same thing. Okay, let's runge up the back. Okay, some lace. Cheesecloth. Okay. And now we have this one. And before I put this down, I'm going to put a eyelet in for my closure. Okay. Oops, sorry for hitting that. Okay, put the ribbon through, put the eyelet through, and grip it. Good. Nice and tight. And let me ink the edge of this. Okay. I go right up to the edge. Okay. Now, I'm going to add some fabric, believe it or not. And Now I'm not sure if I'm going to put 2 or 3. I think I'm going to put 3. 1, 2, and 3. And behind them, I'm going to put some lace. Or maybe not behind, maybe in front of. So let me cut it a little smaller. Two. Need one more piece. And 3. And I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I have 3 pieces here. And I'm going to wrap them around. And I'm going to glue them. I'm just gluing them to the top and the back, not on the spine. And it won't hurt if you glued it to the spine. I'm just choosing not to. And next, here. Okay. I guess I didn't need that stamp there, did I? Okay. Let's see what we've got. What happened? Oh, okay. First signature. Second. third, fourth, and fifth. And we have our closure. I'm going to cut some of this off. Maybe I don't have to. Okay, that is the basis for the journal. Now, in our next video, we'll do the decorating and the flip through. Cool. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you learned something, and we'll try one of these shabby raggedy journals. They're a lot of fun. So have a great day. Bye.